It's going to require pleading with the Father. It's going to require rededication. It's going to require some striving. It's going to require some effort out of you. It's going to require striving for holiness. It's going to require striving for righteousness, striving to be a witness and a testimony to this sin-sick world. It's going to require striving in worship and in praise. You need to be giving glory to the Lord because He is worthy. Well, I'm just one person. Yeah. And how important are you individually to revival?
Very.
Take a hatchet. Chop a finger off your hand. Okay? What's going to happen? Well, I'm going to tell you what, your entire body is going to hurt. Number one. You are going to experience some tremendous pain. But eventually, that spot will heal. The hand's not going to be able to do as much or as well as it once did. Okay. But you know that finger that got chopped off? Well, number one, it don't feel no pain because it's been cut off from its head and its body. It doesn't feel any pain at all. Why? Because it's dead. Okay? It's severed from its head and its body. It's not receiving any information from its head. It's not receiving the life-sustaining flow of blood to run through it. And if it isn't reconnected quickly, it's going to rot and die. It's dead by itself. And this is exactly what happens when you sever yourself from the body. You sever yourself from the body. And revival begins with an individual.
That's right.
It's not something that gets scheduled every year. Sorry, it don't work that way, folks.
That's right.
It begins with an individual and spreads to the whole. Brother Larry brought up the Welsh revival back in the early 1900s. Started with one teenage girl, swept around the world, prepared an entire generation of saints. They talk about the greatest generation that stood up against fascism in World War II. This is exactly what happens when you sever yourself from the body. You sever yourself from the whole. Not only are you doing damage to yourself, but you know what? You might have been the one. You might have been the catalyst that would have brought revival to the church. That's how important you, the individual, is when it comes to revival. So folks, Bible Believers Baptist Church in Fitchburg, revival begins now. Revival begins today. Revival begins this very moment. You want to join me in having a revival?
Sure.
Come on down front.